Welcome to Billie Creek Village. Nestled in the heart of Indiana, Billie Creek Village stands as a testament to a bygone era. A meticulously preserved slice of 19th century life, the village seems frozen in time. Buildings stand as they did over a century ago. A general store promises forgotten goods. A quaint schoolhouse evokes memories of a simpler time. Yet beneath this veneer of quaint Americana lies a chilling truth. Billie Creek Village harbors a dark secret. It's a portal to a realm where the veil between our world and the spectral plane wears thin. Stories of unexplained phenomena plague the village. Cold spots send shivers down your spine. Disembodied voices pierce the silence. Shadows dance in the moonlight. The air grows heavy with the weight of unseen eyes. Many dismiss these tales as folklore, mere figments of overactive imaginations. But I've spent years confronting the supernatural. I've stared into the abyss of the unknown. And I can tell you this, there's something profoundly unsettling about Billie Creek Village. This isn't just a collection of old buildings, it's a sanctuary for the dead. Their energy clings to every brick, every timber, every stone. Our journey into the heart of Billie Creek's darkness begins in the early 19th century. Picture, if you will, a vast wilderness. Untamed forest stretch as far as the eye can see, and nestled on the banks of a winding creek, a small settlement begins to take shape. This is the genesis of Billie Creek Village. The year is 1828. Led by Samuel Brown, pioneers establish a modest grist mill on the banks of a picturesque creek. Slowly, steadily, Billie Creek Village began to grow. The pioneers of Billie Creek Village were a resilient breed. They faced adversity head-on, their spirits tempered by the unforgiving nature of frontier life. But even the hardiest souls are not immune to tragedy. Disease cast a long shadow over Billie Creek. Outbreaks of cholera, typhoid, and smallpox swept through the village. Medical care was rudimentary at best. The rushing waters of Billie Creek, a source of life, could turn treacherous in an instant. Each loss left an indelible mark on the soul of Billie Creek Village. Whispers began to circulate, whispers that spoke of restless spirits. As the 19th century gave way to the 20th, Billie Creek Village continued to evolve. The advent of new technologies brought change and progress. But the echoes of the past refused to be silenced. The stories persisted, passed down through generations of villagers. Tales of shadowy figures glimpsed in the moonlight. Unexplained noises that pierced the stillness of the night. The past lingered, a palpable presence in the very air they breathed. Among the many tales that color the haunted tapestry of Billie Creek Village, one stands out. The story of Emily, a young girl whose life was tragically cut short. Her presence is felt most keenly in the old schoolhouse. Emily was a bright and cheerful child, full of life and laughter. One fateful day, while playing with her friends in the nearby woods, tragedy struck. Emily wandered off, her youthful curiosity leading her deeper into the forest. Her lifeless body was found by the creek, her once bright eyes staring vacantly at the sky. The villagers were devastated. Emily's death cast a pall over Billie Creek. She was laid to rest in the village cemetery. But her spirit, it seemed, was not at peace. Whispers began to circulate about strange occurrences in the old schoolhouse. Children spoke of hearing Emily's laughter echoing through the empty classrooms. Teachers reported seeing a solitary figure sitting at Emily's old desk. Objects moved inexplicably, lights flickered, and a palpable chill permeated the air. The old schoolhouse stands as a stark reminder of Emily's tragic fate. Its wooden bones creak under the weight of time and sorrow. Sunlight struggles to penetrate the dusty windows, casting long, eerie shadows. Visitors describe a palpable shift in the atmosphere. Whispers seem to emanate from the walls themselves. One chilling account tells of a group of paranormal investigators who experienced Emily's presence firsthand. A child's laughter echoed through the building, filled with both innocence and a haunting melancholy. Beyond the schoolhouse, another location in Billie Creek Village harbors its own dark secret. The old grist mill, once a symbol of the village's prosperity, now stands as a haunting reminder of a life tragically cut short. The miller, known only as Silas, met an untimely end within the walls of his beloved gristmill. Details surrounding his death are shrouded in mystery. Silas's spirit seems unable to find peace. Visitors describe a feeling of being watched, an oppressive presence that clings to the shadows. Unexplained noises emanate from the depths of the building. One chilling account tells of a group of teenagers who dared to spend the night inside the abandoned gristmill. Billie Creek, the lifeblood of the village, flows silently through the heart of the settlement. Its waters now carry a chilling undercurrent of tragedy, for it was here, in the creek's cold embrace, that young Emily met her untimely end. Locals whisper of a cold spot in the creek, a stretch of water where the temperature drops noticeably. Visitors describe an overwhelming feeling of sadness, a palpable sense of loss. One chilling account tells of a young couple who noticed a strange mist forming over the water. The mist swirled and danced, taking on the shape of a young girl. The figure vanished as quickly as it had appeared, the mist dissipating into the night air. The general store, once a bustling hub of activity, now stands as a silent sentinel to a bygone era. It's here that the spirit of a former shopkeeper is said to roam. The shopkeeper, known as Mrs. Abigail Crane, was a fixture in Billie Creek Village for decades. She ran the general store with an iron fist and a heart of gold. But Mrs. Crane harbored a secret sorrow. One stormy night, a group of masked men burst through the doors. They demanded money, threatening Mrs. Crane with harm. She refused to give in to their demands, her voice ringing out with defiance. The robbers turned violent and Mrs. Crane lay still, her lifeblood staining the wooden floorboards. The blacksmith's forge, once a place of fire and industry, now stands cold and silent. But beneath the layers of neglect, a haunting melody lingers. The blacksmith, known as Thomas, was a master of his craft. One fateful day, a stray spark ignited a pile of kindling, setting the shop ablaze. Flames engulfed the building, trapping Thomas inside. Despite their best efforts, the fire consumed the blacksmith's shop. Thomas's body was never recovered. Visitors report hearing the rhythmic clang of a hammer against metal, the roar of a bellows fanning unseen flames. The stories of Billie Creek Village are more than just local lore. They're rooted in experience. People from all walks of life have ventured into this quaint corner of Indiana, only to leave forever changed by their encounters with the unknown. Take, for instance, the story of Sarah, a young woman who arrived at the village seeking solace. She'd recently lost her grandmother, a woman who had filled her childhood with stories of Billie Creek. Standing in the shadow of the old schoolhouse, Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. It was as if an unseen presence had entered the very air she breathed. As Sarah stepped inside the schoolhouse, the air grew heavy. Dust motes danced in the slivers of sunlight that pierced the gloom, and then she heard it. A faint giggle, like the sound of wind chimes echoing through the empty classrooms. It was a child's laughter filled with a melancholic joy. Sarah's breath caught in her throat. She knew, with a certainty that defied logic, that she was not alone. Slowly, she made her way down the hallway, drawn by the sound of that ghostly laughter. It led her to a small, dusty room at the end of the corridor. The laughter grew louder as Sarah approached the room. It was almost as if the unseen child was inviting her in, urging her to come closer. With trembling hands, Sarah reached for the doorknob. It was ice cold to the touch, sending shivers up her arm. Mark and Jessica's romantic getaway turned sinister at Billie Creek Village. They felt a sudden chill inside the old gristmill. Jessica felt dizzy, and Mark noticed the temperature drop. Their breath hung in the air. An unseen presence seemed to drain the warmth. They ventured deeper, feeling an oppressive weight. Paranormal investigators drawn to Billie Creek Village have documented countless chilling experiences. Armed with EMF readers and EVP recorders, they seek the spectral realm. Dr. Emily Carter, a seasoned investigator, faced Billie Creek's haunting in the old schoolhouse. She set up her equipment hoping to capture evidence of Emily, the young spirit. As darkness fell, she began her investigation. "Emily, are you here?" Silence met her words. Then a faint whisper sent chills down her spine. "Help me," it seemed to say. "I want to go home." Dr. Carter felt a cold shiver run down her spine. The voice of a child lost and alone echoing from beyond the grave. Local historian Robert Miller had dedicated his life to preserving the stories of Billie Creek Village. He'd spent countless hours poring over old documents, interviewing elderly residents, and piecing together the puzzle of the village's past. One evening, as Robert sat in his study surrounded by stacks of books and yellowed photographs, he felt a cold spot settle over him. The air grew heavy, as if an unseen presence had entered the room. He shivered, attributing it to the draftiness of his old house. Robert reached for his cup of tea, hoping to warm his chilled fingers. But as his hand closed around the mug, he felt something brush against his knuckles. It was a fleeting touch, like the brush of cobwebs, yet it sent a shock through his body. He pulled his hand back instinctively, his heart pounding in his chest. He looked around the room, his eyes scanning the shadows, but he was alone. "Must have been the cat," he muttered to himself, trying to rationalize the strange sensation. But deep down, a primal fear began to take root in his mind. He had always been a skeptic, dismissing the stories of Billie Creek Village as folklore and superstition. But now, sitting alone in his study, he couldn't shake the feeling that something unseen had reached out and touched him. The stories continue to this day. Whispers of unexplained phenomena draw curious visitors and seasoned paranormal investigators alike. Billie Creek Village, it seems, has become a magnet for those seeking a glimpse into the world beyond our own. Is it the weight of history that haunts this quaint corner of Indiana? Or is it something more profound, a lingering energy left behind by those who lived and died within these walls? The answer, like the spirits themselves, remains elusive. One thing is certain. Billie Creek Village is a place where the veil between our world and the spectral plane wears thin. It's a place where the past refuses to stay buried, where the echoes of laughter mingle with the whispers of sorrow, and where the living can, for a fleeting moment, catch a glimpse of the unseen world that surrounds us. The stories of Billie Creek Village serve as a stark reminder that some mysteries are beyond our comprehension. They challenge our understanding of life and death, of the seen and the unseen. And they leave us with a chilling question: are we truly alone in this world? Or are we surrounded by a chorus of restless spirits, their voices whispering on the wind, their presence felt in the stillness of the night? As the sun sets on Billie Creek Village, casting long shadows across its deserted lanes, an eerie silence descends. The daytime bustle of curious tourists fades, leaving behind an unsettling stillness. The air, thick with the weight of history and the lingering presence of the unseen, crackles with anticipation. Night has fallen on Billie Creek Village, and with it a palpable sense that something is amiss. The old schoolhouse stands sentinel at the edge of the village, its darkened windows like empty sockets staring out into the night. The faintest breeze rustles the leaves of the ancient oak tree that stands guard by the front gate, its branches twisting and reaching like skeletal fingers. Inside, the echoes of children's laughter, once so full of life, now resonate with an unsettling hollowness. Down by the creek, the water flows silently, its surface like a mirror reflecting the star-studded sky above. The old gristmill, its wooden frame creaking under the weight of time and untold stories, seems to hold its breath, listening for the return of the miller whose presence still lingers within its walls. The village sleeps, but the spirits stir. Their energy, bound to the very fabric of this place, intensifies in the darkness. They roam freely now, their whispers carried on the night wind, their footsteps echoing through empty rooms and deserted lanes. Billie Creek Village stands as a testament to the enduring power of the past. It is a place where history comes alive, not just in the preserved buildings and artifacts, but in the lingering presence of those who walked these streets, worked these lands, and breathed this air generations ago. Their stories, woven into the fabric of the village, continue to unfold, their voices echoing through time in the form of unexplained occurrences and chilling encounters. The stories of Billie Creek Village are more than just ghost stories. They are windows into the lives of those who came before us, their joys and sorrows, their triumphs and tragedies. They remind us that we are not merely passing through this world, but leaving behind our own indelible marks, our own echoes that will resonate long after we are gone. The spirits of Billie Creek Village, whether restless souls seeking peace, guardians of forgotten memories, or simply echoes of a time gone by, invite us to confront the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. They challenge us to open our minds to the possibility that there is more to this world than what we can see, hear, or touch. The allure of Billie Creek Village lies not only in its haunted reputation, but also in the tantalizing possibility of finding answers to life's most enduring questions. Why are we here? What happens after we die? Are we truly alone in this vast universe? Paranormal investigators armed with their gadgets and theories continue to flock to Billie Creek Village, drawn by the promise of unraveling the mysteries of the afterlife. They seek concrete evidence, irrefutable proof that death is not the end, but merely a transition to another realm. But perhaps the answers they seek are not to be found in readings on a machine, or ghostly voices captured on a recorder. Perhaps the true lessons of Billie Creek Village lie in the stories themselves, in the connections we feel to the past, and in the humbling realization that some mysteries are meant to remain unsolved. Billie Creek Village, with its haunted legacy and enduring mysteries, beckons to the explorer within us all. It invites us to step outside our comfort zones, to challenge our perceptions, and to embrace the unknown. It is a place where the veil between our world and the spectral realm thins, offering a glimpse into a reality that is both terrifying and exhilarating. Whether you believe in ghosts or dismiss the stories as mere folklore, there is no denying the palpable energy that permeates this historic village. It is a place that stays with you long after you leave, its stories replaying in your mind, its images seared into your memory. So, if you find yourself drawn to the mysteries of the unknown, to the allure of the paranormal, and to the enduring power of the past, make your way to Billie Creek Village. Walk its quiet lanes, listen to the whispers on the wind, and open your mind to the possibility that you may not be alone. As I stand here on the outskirts of Billie Creek Village, the night air heavy with the scent of damp earth and the promise of rain, I can't escape the feeling that I am being watched. The hair on the back of my neck prickles with awareness, and my senses feel heightened, attuned to every creak and groan of the old buildings, every rustle of leaves in the nearby woods. I've spent years confronting the unknown, delving into the darkest corners of the paranormal, and yet, there's something uniquely unsettling about this place. It's as if the spirits here are not content to simply exist in the shadows. They want to be heard, to be acknowledged, to remind us that they were once flesh and blood, with hopes, dreams, and regrets, just like us. As I turn to leave, the image of Emily's face, young and innocent, flashes in my mind. Her story, like so many others here in Billie Creek Village, serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of the human spirit, both in life and in death. And it leaves me with a single haunting question: what happens to us when the lights go out for good?
Please like and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing stories and updates.